Hi, ladies and gentlemen, this is Eddie Marcus. I sit here today, out here in this open midst, and all of these sounds around going about my head. But with all that's in my head is the memory and the thoughts of you, of what I feel when it comes down to you, what I would that you would experience. And it's all good, ladies and gentlemen. I sit here thinking, am I going to be the only one? Is it going to be a single lover that's necessary to make America the beautiful place we all try to hope she is, even though we don't see it amongst us? I would that I would not be alone. But as I look and I think about you, my friends, I don't necessarily see you as you are, because as you are, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. I see you in your infancy. I see you in your childhood dreams. And those dreams that each of you, well, however old you are today, your dreams are common. They are so common. What do you want? You want happiness. You want love and joy in your life. And the things that are essential for living, you want those, and you want them to be all right with you. Every last one of you. You don't think about fighting wars. You don't think about jails and prisons. Those things are far from your mind. In fact, very few of you think of them at all. Yet you grow up in a world that crushes your dreams and unveils before your very eyes all that which you never thought of. And it is those kinds of focuses, ladies and gentlemen, that I have to focus on, and I know they are essential. But the goal is still the same: to be able to make America free. And when I say free, I'm talking about so that you, the people, can experience your dreams. And somebody say, well, how do you do that, Eddie? Well, that's a simple matter. First of all, I got to convince the American people, somehow, some way, that the earth, or this part of the soil called America, man did not create. It came from by the power of an unknown source. Some people call it God. Some people just say natural. Some people don't know. They just throw up their hands. But we know human beings, as far as we had nothing to do with it. We think about the waters, the skies, and all of those things that's so evident that we had nothing to do with, and yet they exist. We think about ourselves, human beings. We know we didn't make ourselves, and yet here we are with all of our vices and all of our craziness. Yet we stand. So I want everybody to know that all existence comes from an unseen power. I wanted to know that that unseen power has made these things obvious to us as an expression of a benefit for perhaps whatever that power might be, but definitely for us. For in this we find the resources that's necessary to meet our every needs, our every dream, our every ambition. Started with basic essentials like food, clothing, shelter. What is that for? It's benefit. Why? For us. Why? Because it's essential. Why? Because we need it. And it happened. We can call it love, because if somebody took it away, we don't call that love. We call it a whole bunch of other names. And so, from your childhood dreams, you never ever thought that you would be denied these things. Even if you were born in poverty, you still wouldn't think that you would be denied the things, because the things that were essential to keep you surviving, somehow, some way, your parents, if they could, would provide. Sometimes you might have to start eating snakes, frogs, monkeys, snakes, and dogs. These are the kind of things that people have to resort to survive in this world. I don't think in America we eat dogs and cats, and yet, perhaps. But I want to make sure that you don't have to. And if I can get you to believe that there's a power that made and is responsible for our existence as your power, as the power that and the only power that is above you. You know I'm not. You definitely are not above me. My shade doesn't make me above you, and your shade doesn't make you above me. My shade doesn't make me above you, and your shade doesn't make you above me. So there's only one power that's above any of us, male or female. It's an unseen power. And we give it all of our loyalty. And we allow that spirit according to what we see of that spirit, not what you see in the spirit, and not what you see in the spirit, but what we as individuals see in the spirit. And we allow that spirit to live in us. It manifests itself so we can see the God that you're serving. And if that God that you're serving is crippled, need a little bit of learning, I hope that there's someone right around you, if not me, knows a little bit more love and could point out more love that would give you ambition to grow in love. Nobody's trying to go down. Grow in love. And what is love? Love is making sure, my friends, that you can live in peace. And how do you do that? We'll get to that in a moment. That you can be prosperous in your living. How can you do that? We'll get to that in a moment. That you live free and that you have the joy of your life. And that through this, your dreams are made manifest. And the guarantee of this is the role that each of us have given to play within the process that manifests these goods and services, to store them in the reservoir so that we can access them as we need them, as we want them, as we desire them. And in so doing, my friends, we don't have to lie, we don't have to cheat, we don't have to steal, we don't have to claim the mud in the roads. It's all good. And none of us are into wars, hatred, and racism, and bigotry. So this is the thing that I want to see if I can break Americans from all this old ugliness, all of this old lying and cheating and all of that stuff. See if you can break them away from that so that they will know that they will never be without food and clothing and shelter. That education will be available to them at all times. Health care from the womb to the tomb. And again, this is guaranteed because each of us who have a gift, and we all have a gift, and it's a very special gift. And we know it by it giving us our greatest joy in association and employing. And in so doing, we be engaged in the process, and all of that stuff that's created by the hands of men and women, human beings, it belongs to men, women, human beings. It's theirs. It's theirs. Everything is theirs. And how do you do it? When you want it, when you need it, when you desire it. It's there for it. No loans, no money, no debt, nobody owing anybody anything, nobody bigger than anybody. Ladies and gentlemen, to me, that's what being free is. To me, that's what being loving is like. To me, that's God. And I don't need a book to tell me that. I don't have to refer to anything said in a book to tell me that. I know what I just shared with you, the absolute truth. Not a single one of you can deny it. The question is, what role are you going to play in this, my effort to see America the beautiful? And yes, we do need you. I need you. America being beautiful needs you, because without you, it will never be. My efforts is to change myself thoroughly in such a way that what I do can be reflected of my God that's in me, that will put your God to shame and make you want to change and be a special kind of person like you really are. I want to thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen, for giving me this your time. Again, this is Eddie Marcus saying goodbye for now.